Yes.
10. Badi Hussein, Mia RS Manidhar Pingali, G for home.
And be pleased, my lord. I may permitted to represent my lords online.
Yes, one.
My lords, it is a case where my lords, your lordship has already dealt with this similar subject, wherein my lords, the candidates who have been, the aspirants who has participated in the notification of essay.
Physically.
My lords, now, my lords, there comes the second round of litigation, my lords. By declaring these candidates, my lords.
Constable's recruitment, no? What is that?
Essay, my lords. Essay, my lords.
Yes, yes.
My lords.
Okay.
My lords, in this present case, my lords, the candidates who has sufficient height and chest were permitted to take 1600 meters run, my lords, after completing the PET, that is physical efficiency test has to be conducted. In which, my lords, a 1600 meter run is mandate, my lords, for proceeding to the next level. The said candidates, the red petitioners, my lords, have completed their 1600 meters run.
Just one. ఆర్గ్యూ చేసే వాళ్ళది స్క్రీన్ ఫుల్ రావచ్చు కదా, ఆ చిన్న బాక్స్ ఎందుకు వస్తుంది ఆర్గ్యూ చేసే వాళ్ళది? అట్లీస్ట్ దిస్ ఇస్ బెటర్. ఓకే. Yes, Pingali, yes.
My lords, now, my lords, after completing of the 1600 meter run, as prescribed by the notification, my lords, the red petitioners has completed so within a stipulated period, my lords. And now, my lords, they has to undergo 100 meters run, my lords, as a secondary qualification. In which, my lords, there should be, as per the notification, my lords, and as per the procedures, they has to put my lords sensors with regarding to their distance to calculate the distance between their run. They has to place 2 sensors. In which, my lords, the respondent number 2 has failed to put only an sensor which is at the end point, my lords. The procedure adopted by the respondents is in such a way, my lords, which I have narrated in my affidavit, my lords, at page number 10. My lords,
is all this procedure mentioned in the notification itself?
My lords, it was my lords, to that extent, my lords, I have placed in my lords the tender notification for which, my lords, this police recruitment, this respondent number 2 has issued, which is at page number 58. Lordship may kindly appreciate, my lords, at page number 66.
Yes.
At point number 2, my lords, sub point 2. My lords, it is a sensor where, my lords, to decide, my lords, the distance, the time frame, my lords, in which the aspirants might run, my lords, after completion of the 1600 meter run. It is a procedure where, my lords, a sensor has to be attached from starting of the run to, my lords, to the end point. Now, my lord, the procedure adopted by respondent number 2, my lords, is that, my lords, only a single sensor has been fixed at the end point. And at the starting point, my lord, they opted a procedure manually, my lords. I have stated so, my lords, in my page number 9, my lords, 10, my lords, my apologies, my lord, page number 10, at point number 5, my lords.
Yes.
My lords, if I may permitted to read, my lords.
Yes.
My lords, the aspirant will, it is at page number 10, my lords, point 5, sub point A. Aspirants will come into the track, my lords, and instead of using the sensor, my lords, pertaining to the starting of the time, there was a person, my lords, who starts with, my lords, who is indicating to start the timer, who is meant for starting a timer. And he start this timer, and he will indicate to another person who is staying at the track, my lords, to blow the whistle. And subsequently, after blowing the whistle, my lord, the aspirants will run into this track, run over the track. With this time frame, my lords, there is a gap of 1 to 2 seconds of time, my lords, where the aspirants has gone to be selected only by virtue of the delay. If it is, my lords, if the sensors were kept at the starting point and end point, there is no issue at all, my lords. If they pass, they will be qualified. Otherwise, my lords, they will revert back. If the procedure that has been adopted by respondent number 2 is, my lord, they are adopting a manual procedure at the start point and a sensor at the end point. That's what the technical difficulty which the aspirants has faced, my lords, at the time of this event. And there is a similar instance, my lord, where, my lords, lordship may kindly appreciate. There are some of the incidents where, my lords, there were technical issues in which, my lord, a candidate who has secured third place was qualified, and the candidate who has secured second place has disqualified by virtue of the reports given by the censors. For which, my lords, I have placed the evidence, my lords, to show, my lords, which is at page number 95 and 96 are the relevant portion.
Yeah.
My lords, it is, my lords, page number 96, my lords, if lordship may kindly appreciate. The instance which I have narrated before your lordship is this, my lords. He was qualified. He was declared as not qualified, my lords, when he attains the second position. On that, my lords, manually they have written 100 meters technical issue. And on the next day, my lords, he was qualified as, he was declared as qualified. Lordship may kindly appreciate page number 96 for a moment, my lords, and subsequently 95.
Yes.
Lord, now, my lords, by virtue of these technical issues, my lord, the petitioners herein has lost their opportunity, my lords. Now, lordship may kindly appreciate the notification, my lords.
What according to the notification that you're supposed to do this is within how much time?
My lords, as per the notification, my lords, they has to run, my lords, within 15 seconds.
100 meters.
100 meters, they has to qualify within, they has to run the 100 meters within 15 seconds.
Ah.
Now, my lord, the writ petition has completed, my lords, within a span of 15 seconds, 1 millisecond is the first petitioner, my lords, and 15 seconds, 950 seconds is the second petitioner, my lords, which is at page number 15. 13 and 15 are the relevant materials, my lord. Memorandums issued by the respondent number 2. Page number 13, my lords. In the box, my lords, if I may be, at point number 3, you have completed 100 meters run within a time stipulated period of 15 seconds, a millisecond. And page number 15, my lords. Is 15 seconds, 950 milliseconds.
Even the long jump, you're not qualified.
Lords, I'm satisfied to that extent. As per the notification, my lords.
In both you have not qualified for both of them, the writ petitioner 1 and 2.
My
You have
lords.
not-
My lords, to that extent, my lords, the criteria is this, my lords, in this way. If the candidate who has qualified for 1600 meters is the prima facie qualification to complete the entire events. If he or she completes the next two events, either of one event, they will get an appointment, my lords. If they completed they will be promoted to write a main examination for civil SI.
This is the main examination.
Well, the main examination, my lords, by virtue of writ petition number 29757, my lords, prior to this, my lords, the examination were conducted. And your lordship has passed. Now, my lords, your lordship has passed an direction, my lords, which is at page number 97 to 103. Directing the respondents, my lord, not to release the Results, my lord.
So you have the examination.
My lords. Now, my lord,
You-
by virtue of this disqualification, my lords, I were not permitted to write the examination.
Examination was conducted when?
My lords, it was conducted on 15/10/2023.
15.
13/10, my lords. My apologies, my lord. 13/10.
Okay.
My lord, in similar circumstances, my lord, I have filed a writ petition with another with writ petition with not, so which is at writ petition number 28826.
When
The
is
case
that
is this, my lords.
when is that matter
My lords?
coming up?
My lords, so those matters was posted, my lords, on- it was directed to be posted on the next week, my lords, for filing counter. I'll enumerate this case, my lords, since
Is connected matter come?
my lord,
At
it will be
page-
coming up in the next week, my lords.
Order of this court is produced at page 97.
My lords,
Is okay.
Suppose we listed today.
Oh.
it is supposed to be listed today, my lord, but not listed.
But how come in the order there is no date or something?
In fact, I don't know, my lords, with all due respect, even the IEA was allowed in the stage of admission.
Huh?
IEA was allowed, I think, the IEA was allowed at the stage of admission. My lord, generally, my lords would pass an order if suppose my lords are satisfied with the submissions, interim suspension as prayed in IEA so and so. I don't know, my lords.
Yes. What does
IEA
it
was
matter?
allowed. IEA was allowed. Even our submissions were not there. Submissions are also not considered. Maybe was
To that extent, my lord, I
Yes,
clarify, my lord.
that subject is already before the Honorable Division Bench, my lords. In fact, Honorable Division Bench, my lords, has taken the matter very serious because at the fag end of this recruitment process, the fag end of announcement of the results.
So is there any stay?
No. Today, in fact, my lords,
No stay at all, my lord.
Just a minute, please. Yes.
My
today,
lord.
in fact, the Honorable Lords has directed the petitioner counsel in the writ petition to come up, my lords, if required, the Honorable Division Bench itself would conduct the process. And if any of the petitioner is found, my lords, because it has also perused this videos, my lords, and the Honorable Division Bench has categorically observed that the selection process or the conducting process was fair enough. That observations are there. Fair enough, but still, at the instance of the petitioners, in view of the continuous persistent, insisting for this, what you call, my lords, that as if some unfold play has taken place, then the Honorable Court has taken it very seriously with an observation that in the event any of the,
Is the order there?
you have the copy? Division Bench.
No, you can get it. I'll pass it over.
Verify. But insofar as this case is concerned, my lords may kindly, merely because my lord's grace is there and the magnanimity cannot be utilized in this manner, he was disqualified in the month of September 15/9. And now,
And when was this communicated to him?
no, it is all there on record immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately will be there. And now, after 2.5 months, you come before the writ court and say that where the entire process is concluded. And even, my lords, on the last occasion also in the writ petition where my lords was pleased to pass an order. In fact, one of the petitioner in the said writ petition has already filed a similar writ petition. And in the said writ petition, my lords were completely displeased in passing any order.
I think Mr. Raju was pointing.
Yes. Unfortunately, my lords, I don't know. Even I'm told that Mr. Raju also has assisted, my lords, but maybe my lords, in a different manner has taken the issue. But the petitioner who was there in the said writ petition was also there in the other writ petition. And it's, my lords, we would say in a writ petition saying that we have not filed any writ or proceedings before any court or tribunal. And that itself amounts to suppression of material facts. And the counsel also, my lords, is the same counsel who has filed the earlier writ petition is also the same counsel. And by virtue of that one thing, my lords order, my lords, the entire, my lords, for the sake of 2024 candidates, now 412 candidates are literally subjected to suffering. And now, my lords, this writ petitioner, seeing that the kind of grace that has been extended, has come before this court after 2.5 months leisurely and says that my PMT tests are the physical,
The exam got over in October and
I mean, the court's grace or the court's security, he cannot be taken in such a for a right, my lords.
let us see when are these proceedings issued. The one at page
Your Lordship may kindly appreciate the sequence of events. And my lords, they're also supplied with the fact that they were disqualified in the said events. On 16/9/2023 itself, they're aware that they're disqualified. And today, my lords, September gone, October gone, November fag.
no, this is even before that, 9 September.
Yes, my lords. On 16/9, they're aware of the factum that they're disqualified. Had they had any grievance, they ought to come before this court saying that I'm completely unjustified and I'm being disqualified. And more than 50,000
Exam
candidates have
amanda.
appeared in the examination, and none of them have any kind of grievance. And the sole petitioner is now testing the waters of this honorable court. And if suppose there's a positivity found, my lord, by virtue of an order of this court, and there will be, my lords, a ring of candidates appearing before this court saying that similarly in a similar matter, an order was passed, a covered case.
అంటే మొత్తం ఇంకా ప్రిలిమ్స్ మెయిన్స్ ఇంకా మేము దగ్గర అయింది మరి
Due to
అంతే
Lord's indulgence,
ఏం
my
లేదు.
lords. This is a matter where, my lords, serious ramifications are
Appsc
taking
This
place.
is clearly a belated approach.
వెళ్తారా
My lords, now, my lord, to that extent, my lord, now I will.
You were sitting
One
on
day
the
we
bench.
ఉండాలా
When
ఇక్కడికి
you want to
నువ్వు
pass the
చూసుకుని వస్తారా
resolution,
ఓకే అంటే క్లాస్ ఉంది
My lord,
నాకు.
one submission to this extent is that, my lords,
చెప్పండి.
the writ petition
Second, you
before
can
your
also not
lordship
call
is,
him.
my lords, there was a disturbance. My lords, now, my lords, I will clarify to that
ఉంది,
extent.
I think ఉంది.
An
Civic
order
center
has
కూడా
been
బాగుంది.
passed by this honorable
Civic center
court.
కూడా బాగుంది. Civic
An order
center.
has been
But
passed by
kept
this
his mic
honorable
on
court
and-
in.
విజన్ ఒకటి ఉంది ఇంకేం చెప్పాడు ఆర్ సైడ్ చెప్పాడా మరి
But
ఇక్కడ
he is
my lords,
speaking,
I think
my
my
lords,
lords
just caused
needs
your
to-
lordship inconvenience.
This kind of interruptions, my lords. Even I also assisted by informed this honorable court. The last occasion is lordship the division in the division bench. There's a direction registrar take a suo moto on these issues, because now after 3 years, if we still persist with this kind of interruptions, my lords, 3 years, my lords, not yesterday. I mean, 2 days back.
Right, my lords. And to this extent, my lord, I will clarify one submission, my lords. A writ petition has been filed previously by 93 candidates.
1 minute. Where is that proceeding that you had just shown about this high jump and
In notification, my lords. Notification,
Yeah,
which
no,
is at page number 2.
no, what is issued to you? Okay,
Minutes, that-
96, 95 and 96.
Is the order passed by your lordship, my lords?
No, where is that proceeding which the
Page number
response-
66, my lords.
66.
Page number 66. 66 is the notification, my lords. Tender notification.
No, I'm asking you, where have they shown you about that you being disqualified? Where have
My
they
lord.
shown?
Lords, I was shown, my lords, at page number 13 and 15, my lord. Page number 13 and 16.
Okay, this was
13
issued
and
on
15.
16. All right. You see, this was issued to you on 16/9,
My lords,
is
now, my
checked by
lords,
and the second one is issued on 9/9.
and the second one was issued on 9/9.
Yes, quite belated
Milord, sir.
approach. Yes.
My lord, now, my lords, to that extent, subsequent to issuance of these memos, there was repetitions filed. Releasing, my lords, my heights and chest were being calculated. 93 candidates approached this honorable
No,
court,
are you-
and
are you
this
the same
honorable
person?
court has
You're-
passed.
You are
I
not
was
the
one
same.
of them, my lord. I was qualified at that particular point of time. Subsequently, some of the candidates who were disqualified on the ground of height and chest eligibility
No.
were
could-
challenged this writ petition.
How could you be qualified at that point of time? You already stood disqualified. On 16 September, you stood disqualified.
My lords, the same event was conducted to me and other writ petitioners by virtue of the memorandums issued. On that, my lords, they were disqualified on the ground of measurement of height and chest. I was qualified on that day on the basis of height and
No,
chest.
don't
and
refer to Don't refer to others. You just answer your writ petition. That
My
is
lord.
all.
On 16/9, I was declared
Okay.
for height and chest, my lord. Subsequently, events were conducted to me.
Yes.
And in that, my lords, there was a procedural flaw by the respondent number 2 in
Now,
not
it's
initiating the censors.
You see, the query is very simple. This
My lord.
proceeding was issued to you on 16th,
My lords,
and today we are at end of November.
end of November.
Why did you not come before the court at an early time? You knew the timeline. You knew that the exams would be conducted in October, 13th October. Exams would be going on,
My lords.
and you did not take the exam also.
Because I was disqualified in the events, my lord, I could not take
were
the examination.
Sir, you were disqualified on 16th September.
My lords. To that extent, my
And
lord,
you
I am
had no
satisfied.
grievance. You did not come before the court even before the this written examination is conducted.
My lord, so to that extent, my lord, I will satisfy. My lord, when the height and chest were not being calculated, some of the there was a writ petition filed in this honorable court, and this honorable court has directed, my lords, to seek clarification on this, and eligible candidates were called for height and chest qualification, and pass an appropriate order. Is
Please
the
don't-
order passed in the?
Now, please don't bring in that height and chest issue. That is not, you're not involved in the height and chest issue at all.
My lords.
When was this height and chest thing taken
That's
for this
compulsory
writ petition?
events.
For this writ petition.
Same day.
The
same
height
day.
and chest.
Same
Same
day.
day, my lords. Same day.
So, therefore, even if you are disqualified in one of them, you get disqualified. You will not be entitled to take the examination.
My lords, so to that
You
extent,
did
my
not take the examination also. You did not raise any grievance.
My lords, to that extent, my lords, if a candidate has qualified for one of the events, he might be promoted. He will be promoted to the examination. He will be permitted to write an examination. If the 100 meters, if the both the candidates are qualified for 100 meters, they will be permitted to write the examination.
Why were you not permitted to take the exam?
My lords, because I was qualified in both the events in 100 meters and the long jump, I was declared as disqualified to write the examination.
You were disqualified to write the examination.
Write the examination. I was
So when
declared
did the
as disqualified.
Now, when did the examination happen?
That was happened on 14th and 15th.
Correct. No, you said 13th.
14.
All right.
13th
Anyway,
was the
doesn't matter.
13th was the
Now-
order
now
passed
we
by
are-
this court.
Why didn't you come before the court even well before the examination took place? Because when you are not permitted to take the exam, then you are missing the bus. You are missing
To
the
that
bus.
extent, some of my co-aspirants has approached this honorable court, my lord, stating that there is an irregularity.
Take the,
My lord, sir,
petition-
Rashid may put it on next week, or else
Not
tomorrow, my
necessary.
lord, I will satisfy when personally.
No,
available, my
not
lords.
necessary. Not necessary. All right. Put it
My lords,
tomorrow.
to the my lords.
List in motion list. Yes.
My lords,
I
sir.
think tomorrow I may not be in a position to assist him. I mean,
No, these documents are
same. I think observations insofar as these events on 16/9 and 9/9 minutes, that would be suffice. And you also cannot approach. And now at the stage of where the results are to be announced.
You see, I think one which came with regard to
No, I did not expect minutes
just
because
one. If it was one, then the whole thing cannot be put back. Then thereafter, another petition where
93
number of
candidates,
people
my
were
lords.
involved.
because
That is
simple thing
So
is simple.
then probably it calls for this court to examine. That is it. Now, the earlier 2018 notification, the measurement is done by the board itself, the very same board. Now, the very same board today measures and then comes with a different figure. That is a thing which is just to be examined. There is nothing just now against the
and
board
height
as such.
minutes, that depends upon your posture, the way you stand.
Correct. Therefore, anyway, one has to be correct.
If
Both
this
are measured by the
analogy
two
is taken into consideration, my lords, there are
We'll deal with that.
No,
when it
30,000 candidates have appeared. Only 8% were found ineligible. So for the sake of 92%, my lords, we cannot take into the consideration the voice of 8%.
Well, unfortunately, Article 14 says even one person.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm not on the equality part or the reasonableness part. I'm not there, my lords. I'm only in these selection process, my lords. My lords are aware. When you are aware of the selection process with open eyes, you cannot turn back and say that the notification process or the selection process, my lords, is bad. That is what the Honorable Supreme Court, see, my lords. Even sympathy in Rahul Singh case, the Honorable Supreme Court has observed that sympathy whatsoever may be cannot be extended, my lords, in these cases because the larger sector of the people
Where
or
is
the
the
aspirants.
sympathy here? There's no sympathy here.
It's only an order. This is an order of my lords. It's only on grace, my lords. It's only a grace that I can say because the similar writ petition where my lords were not even pleased to consider. The similar writ petition, my lords completely disagreed, my lords.
It's a different matter. We'll
No.
see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Item 11.
I'll let
Ramaiah versus-
I'm obliged.
Yes.
Item 11P, Ramaiah versus State of AP,
I'm obliged.
Rupesh Kumar Reddy, G for Finance Planning, G for Medical Health
Even
and
the
Family.
video clipping is there, my lords. If required, we'll play tomorrow.
Uh,
Because after being satisfied with the video clip, my lords, the Honorable Division Bench
regarding this petition,
same candidate,
This
both the candidates.
if necessary, we'll see.
Yes, my lords. May please.
I'm grateful.